it's mostly related to books, which is kind of funny because you do not read.
I do not read.
Hello! Welcome
Hello.
to Boggle!
Boggle!
This is our second video, actually. That's so exciting. We just actually got finished editing the other video
Yes.
and posting it, so that's exciting.
What's our topic today, Maggie?
We're going over tropes. So, like, it's mostly related to books, which is kind of funny because you do not read.
I do not read.
But I feel like they kind of bleed over into, like, movies and, like, real life, too.
Yeah.
So we have a list of tropes here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, it's basically like a, what's the word? Bracket. A bracket. So the bracket, so we're gonna go through each one and, like, kind of versus them off. Like, kind of how we did in that one episode.
Haley's Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Yeah.
So this is just basically like book trope fight club, or just trope fight club. So
It's gonna be crazy, guys.
I think I know what my favorite is, but I think it might change. So let's
maybe once we talk about it, it'll be.
There are some I know I hate. So let's start with our first two, which actually are a terrible first two.
No, I actually when I was writing them out, I was like, why did I? Oh,
These are terrible.
yeah. At least we're getting rid of one right away.
There's pregnancy and amnesia. So, like, pregnancy is, like, whenever you're, like, reading the book, and it's really good, or, I don't know, any situation, but they just, like, throw in, like, a random pregnancy, and they're like, oh, yeah, this is great for the plot.
Yeah.
I hate that, first of all. Like,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
It's like, well, let's just throw... Because then it's like... I don't want to say it's a trap. Like, it's a trap, but...
I mean,
Because now it's like...
Okay, they can...
If they end up together, it's... I don't know.
They can set it up, an author can set it up in the right way to where it's like, okay, like, that's okay. But most of the time they set it up terrible and, like, it's a trap.
Yeah.
So, and then
Not
amnesia.
intentionally, but it's like, now instead of it being about, oh, they're gonna fall in love with each other, now it's like...
They have to be together.
They have an obligation to be together. Not that that's like...
Which...
But, you know, like...
Like, nobody wants, like... I don't know. But the other one is amnesia.
I hate that. It's like literally, you come back from, if y'all don't know, it's amnesia plot line is one of the character loses their memory, and they have to fall back in love with each other, and I hate it because
They
first of
know
all-
each other already.
oh, I hate it because the person who has the amnesia literally lost their entire memory of that person. And it's just a sad situation because the person who doesn't remember feels bad they don't remember, and the person who remembers feels awful that the other person doesn't remember. And then, I don't know, it's another thing where it feels like an obligation. Like,
Yeah.
the pregnancy one where I know, like, actually it's,
Like, in real life, like, we are a little more sympathetic towards that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But, like, in a book, like, that's not what I'm reading it for. And also, a lot of times when, like, characters have amnesia, they treat them like they're, like, a baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
They come back and they're like,
like,
hello.
this is your boyfriend. They're always trying to push, like, hey, this is your boyfriend. Like, whoa, like, introduce her to, like, her actual life first.
Yeah.
Like, give her a second because she
like-
just woke up.
It's like an obligation. It's, hi, welcome back. This is your boyfriend. He's gonna be your boyfriend still. Like,
Have you seen that? Okay, I don't think a lot of people have seen this movie, but it's, like, the girl gets amnesia, and then the guy, like, is pranking her, basically. Like, I'm your boyfriend, but he's not really her boyfriend. He's just this stranger that wanted to, like, kidnap her.
that's awful.
That's scary, first of all.
Imagine,
I'm scared now.
imagine going through the trauma of amnesia. And then someone, you come back and you're immediately, like, gaslit.
No, it was so funny, but then she figured it out.
That's good.
But it was like, I don't know, it was scary. I was like, no thank you.
That's so,
But out of the two,
out of the two, I have to pick one.
amnesia or pregnancy.
Okay, amnesia is somehow, like, sadder. Because I feel like pregnancy, it's like, that could turn out really well, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be, like, I don't like that it's just thrown in there most of the time, whenever it's, oh, by the way, they're pregnant, now they have an obligation to this person. Because I feel like that's usually how it's presented.
Yeah.
Like, now you're obligated.
It's always like a negative thing. It's never
Yes.
a positive thing.
Yeah.
But I think I'd
What
rather...
is it, 50 Shades of Grey? I haven't seen it, but I've heard about, like...
Oh, I haven't read or seen 50
Spoiler, I
Shades of
should
Grey.
have said that.
I have no clue what 50 Shades of Grey is about, actually. I know it's like...
I don't know either. I just know that one plot line, which I didn't say.
It didn't happen. Nobody knew about that.
I could just bleep out the title, but...
I think I'd rather read Amnesia than Pregnancy, though.
Okay, so you're Team Amnesia, I'm Team Pregnancy.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that weird? Is that weird that it turned out that way?
I don't think so. They're not the best options. Like, if I had to pick one, I wouldn't be like...
Like, I'd rather read something else.
Yeah.
Those are not on the top of my
Not that
list.
there's anything, by the way, not that there's anything wrong with getting pregnant.
Or having amnesia.
Or having amnesia. But if I were to be... Sorry, I just heard a door. What love trope do I want for...
My ideal,
My ideal situation wouldn't involve... Oh, God, now I don't know.
Yeah, I'd rather get amnesia than be pregnant. No, that's not true. But I'd rather read about amnesia than pregnancy.
Yeah, I guess it is more interesting.
Okay, next one. This one's really funny because
We'll talk about it.
There's friends to lovers, and
Yeah.
then there's brother's best friend.
Which,
Well,
that's
that's kind of different.
that is different. That's completely opposite.
Yeah, that's completely opposite. But it's just funny because the words.
Yeah.
Okay, so friends to lovers is like obviously like it's in the name, like friends to lovers.
Yeah.
Like,
Start as friends.
then
fall
you
in
fall
love.
in love, which I think
Whoa.
that's pretty like basic on like the terms of like book tropes kind of. And then we have brother's best friend, which
It's like kind of like secret, like. Ooh, like...
yeah, it can be secret. I feel like or like forbidden kind of almost. 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of times your brother's not going to be like, hey, date my best friend like that. I feel like that's a little weird. Which
The forbiddenness of it is really interesting, and I think that I feel like that is more interesting than friends to lovers. Because usually, I feel like friends to lovers, you see it coming. And especially in real life, everyone sees it coming. It's not as, like...
I'm having a hard time because I'm like,
Interesting
are we rating
and surprising.
these? Are we rating these in real life or what we would rather like see or / read?
I'm trying to do all of it.
Okay, my foot is asleep so hard.
So
right
in
now.
real life... Oh, actually, yeah,
Because in real
I don't know.
life,
I think I'm just objectively picking based on what I think is the most interesting, and I don't know. I guess both.
I think I'd rather see. Oh, this is kind of hard because you cannot go wrong with the friends to lovers. Like it's just
Yeah.
good, but like also it's not like
It's not as interesting.
I'm gonna go brother's best friend.
I agree.
Okay, both of us brothers
Yeah,
best
I
friend.
think I'm gonna try and go to this in like a plot line perspective. So
Like
you know,
what's good for the plot?
What's good for the plot?
Okay,
What
I'm
would be
gonna
good for the plot?
Abbreviate that to BBF.
BBF.
Is that short for something else?
No,
Okay, I got scared.
that usually is boy best friend. I think.
Okay, well, brother's best friend is just
Or-
gonna have to do for now.
Okay.
Okay, next we have Slow Burn and Second Chance. Oh, this is gonna be easy as fuck.
Easy. Okay, so slow burn is like
Like, you read that whole freaking book, and, like, you're expecting them to get together through
you've
the whole
been
book,
waiting.
and they don't get together till the end.
No, or they make a sequel and then another sequel and then another sequel, and you don't get to see
why are
them
you trying
together
to
till
make
the
us
end.
miserable right now? Not the sequels. I think I'm caught on the microphone.
Or it's really popular in not rom-coms. What's sitcoms? Like Friends or
I haven't seen
New
Friends.
Girl
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
New Girl. Okay, yeah, any of you New Girl
or
people out there.
was it How I Met Your Mother? Maybe I'm not sure. I haven't seen
it.
that.
I haven't either, so...
Ooh, but
I don't know if it's How I Met Your Mother, because I feel like How I Met Your Mother is, like, the whole story is, like, talking about them getting together. But maybe I'm wrong.
yeah. Or if you've seen Abbott Elementary, that's like the definition of a slow burn.
I
It's
love
by the
Abbott
way,
Elementary.
really good show. I don't watch shows, and that's
I just
really
love it
good.
because I
So-
love teachers. Okay,
And Maggie Loves Teaches.
and then Second Chance. Oh, I hate Second Chance. I feel like you're gonna hate Second Chance too because
I do.
the whole basis of it is like you fucking cheated on. Well, okay, maybe not cheated, but like You did something wrong. I'm giving you a second chance.
Someone did something wrong. There's usually like a big old fight. It's a whole situation. There's usually other people involved. And then usually there's some sort of romantic gesture and they get back together and everything's fine. And that's how they fell in love, I guess.
Okay, in real life, I'm very good about giving second chances, but for the plot, heck no.
No, and usually it's a pretty big whoopsie. Like
I cheated on you.
Like someone cheated on someone, or
Sorry, I just already highlighted them.
No,
I was ready.
Yeah.
No.
You just go through, fill it out. No. It's just... I don't
mess with that.
I don't mess with that. I'd rather them not have some sort of big
Plus, when you compare
issue.
that to Slow Burn, like, Slow Burn is good.
Yeah, Slow Burn is... and then you're just... It's...
Like, almost like... Okay, so I actually prefer Slow Burn to, like, if they get together really fast. Because if you think about it, like, Slow Burn, like, you're drawing it out, and every little thing, like, oh my god, he looked at her.
Yeah,
they accidentally held hands. Like, all of that, all those little things are just like...
It's the build-up. It's just... Will they get together? Like, even if you know for a fact, that's the plot of the show. They're gonna get together. It's like you're watching the journey of the slow burn. It's just beautiful.
Okay, so we're both Slow Burn.
Yeah, I think the only time second chance works, kinda, is when it's a misunderstanding. But I feel like that's not a second chance. That's just a misunderstanding.
Oh, I hate misunderstandings, though, too. I'm like,
They're
just
stressful.
talk to each other.
They're stressful, and usually it's a communication problem.
Just talk to each other. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. Just communicate.
Okay, next we have work rival and fake dating.
Okay. Work rival... I don't know, I work with you. Like...
I guess we're not in, like, competitive workplaces, so it's not very, like, effective towards us. But I could imagine, like, a competitive workplace and, like, being, like, oh, like, I don't know, it's giving kind of enemies to lovers.
I'm not even interested. Like, I feel like I don't even want to know more about what it is. Like, that's how... I don't know, I guess it's just...
I do love a good fake dating.
I love a good fake dating.
Like, what's that movie?
I have no idea.
To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Is that it? Yeah, To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Maybe.
Whenever they start fake dating and then they actually, like, fall in love. Oh, that is so
It's just
good.
adorable because it's...
It's like... you can't even
It's unintentionally
compare
intentional. That. It's just...
Like, I feel like work rival is just another version of, like, enemies to lovers. And why would I, like, pick work rival when I could just pick enemies to lovers? You know what I mean?
I strongly agree. So we both pick...
Fake dating.
Fake dating.
That's the best, actually.
Oh, by the way, at the end, we're going to take the tiers we picked and individually figure out what's our favorite. So...
I think we're going to have different favorites.
Oh, definitely.
So far, we don't have that different, though.
No. I think we only have one different so far, so...
Oh, this is weird. I thought we would have way more different than that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so the next one is age gap and academic rivals. I like how I just... Age gap.
Age gap and academic rivals.
I hate age gap.
I hate academic rivals, but I also... Okay. Age gap, hear me out, if the younger one is 25 and above.
Okay.
Then okay.
Okay.
Any 18-year-olds
Honestly...
that are... you know what? That starts getting a little dicey.
How far are you willing to go, though?
I don't know. Not more than, like... I don't know.
Are we talking, like, a 5-year age gap? Or are we talking, like, a...
5 is, like, nothing, right? Well, like, when you're 25.
When you're 25.
25 and 30.
To me,
Or
I feel like...
20... Okay, when does it get weird?
Like, I'd rather just not read about that, though.
You know what? Yeah.
But, like, you don't like academic rivals, though.
Well, academic rivals, I just feel like the people you compete with at school... Well, first of all, like, school. Like, high school. But I feel like... I don't know. Once you're together, then what? who's gonna win valedictorian?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I feel like that's just long-term tension that beats before you get together.
But could that be good? Because then once you get together, you can still be, like, competitive, I feel like.
Yeah, maybe it's like, I got an A, what'd you get?
An A.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay. I also got an A.
So...
I don't know, because...
I'm going academic rivals.
I agree.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Not us doing, like, the
Not
same
us
ones.
agreeing.
Oh, no.
I feel like it's going to start diverging when we start individually doing things.
I'm going to abbreviate.
For now...
Academic rivals. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
A-R...
Arrives.
Okay,
so we have forks. We have forks versus knives.
wait,
No.
what?
I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I just messed up. Okay, we have forced proximity and grumpy versus sunshine.
Okay, I think
I want to hear what you have to say about this.
forced proximity only works if the two people are semi-attracted to each other. If one person is not attracted to the other person, now it's weird and creepy. And, right?
Continue.
Okay, you're forced proximity with a person,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not into them at all, and you would never be.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just creepy and upsetting.
I understand that.
But if it's someone you're into a little bit, even if, like, you're not, like, into them, and you're forced proximity and that's what brings you closer, good. Good plot line.
At one point, one of them they have to like each other.
Yeah, so it has to be a situation. I mean, I feel like in, like, a book or in the trope situation, it would be two people who liked each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or, like,
So, I don't know how practical it is, though.
Like, there already has to be tension between them.
Yeah.
I get that.
So, I don't know how practical it is.
But do you like it?
But interesting. I don't know.
What about grumpy versus sunshine?
Okay, so it's kind of like an opposites attract thing. I kind of like... I love it to an extent. So I think it's super cute, but also if it's not crazy drum, I don't know. Uh-oh.
Sorry.
We have a visitor.
Sorry, I didn't know you guys were filming the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we are.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You're good.
I'm skedaddling.
Okay,
Goodbye.
later. That was crazy.
Whoa.
Whoa. Our first guest, because we lost the other guest episode.
we lost that episode.
We'll get it back, maybe, at some point.
One day.
One day. Maybe we'll just redo it. But probably
We
not.
could redo it if we needed to.
Grumpy versus Sunshine, I think, actually is kind of adorable. It's like a perfect balance, right?
It's like opposites attract, I want to say.
Yeah.
But as far as, like... for the
Unless this, like, Grumpy one is really bumming the Sunshine one out.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what I'm
vice
saying.
versa.
But also, I feel like that has a lot of room for them to be like, oh, the sunshine, like, because a lot of times it's like the grumpy guy and the sunshine girl, and I feel like that has a lot of room for them to be like, the sunshine girl is so quirky, and then they make it like awkward, and it's like,
The word quirky just makes my whole body just
well, that's what they do a lot of
Blah.
times with like the girl. They make her like really like
bubbly, too bubbly. You know what? That's the
Too-
first thing I thought of. I just think of, like, you know the people in 5 Minute Crafts?
stop.
That is what I imagine. And then Grumpy, I just imagine how grumpy we talk. Are we talking Up movie? Like,
Are we talking like Batman?
You know what? Up?
I love Batman though.
we just went. I'm talking about Up. You're talking about Batman.
I do love Batman.
What about Batman? Oh, he's
I love
grumpy.
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's a grumpster.
I love him.
I was gonna say the Up movie, but he wasn't
Oh,
grumpy till after she passed away, right?
He was like grumpy, but like not like.
But she was sunshine.
Yeah, she was definitely sunshine.
Yeah.
She was he was sunshine. I was midnight rain. Oh dang! I
That-
just really love Taylor
You know what?
Swift.
That song made me like it more.
So,
Wait,
are you
what-
picking
What is the other one?
forced proximity?
You know what? I don't really like forced proximity.
See, it's hard to say.
I don't like it. Whatever.
Promiscuous girl.
Whatever it is, I don't.
So you're grumpy v sunshine.
I'm Grumpy v Sunshine.
Oh man, I'm gonna do GBS. And I'm gonna go.
This is a really big decision.
I'm gonna go forced proximity.
You know what? I kind of knew. What makes
For
you?
the
What makes you
plot,
like it?
for the plot wise, I just like the tension because
Mhm.
I think I've just had too many bad experiences with like Grumpy versus Sunshine books. So like
It
it's
ruined
just
it for you.
they just made the girl too quirky and the guy like not interested in the girl at all, but somehow they were together. You know
what? You know what? That is so true. Usually, the grumpy like guy trope in the situation. Usually, it's just like
He's just mean.
he's just mean and not interested,
Like-
and it's like
I don't know. It's weird, and it almost seems like she's like babying him.
yeah.
Like, come on, you have to be happy about this. Like,
And he's
leave
like,
the
"No."
man alone. Okay, we have Fast Burn and Rich versus Poor. I hate both of these.
yeah. Fast burn, opposite of slow burn.
It's like they just get together.
They just get together. It takes away the entire tension of the. I don't know. It takes away the whole.
It takes away the whole point of like.
It being a trope. It's just like, oh, they got together.
But
That was it.
I can say it can be done right as
Mhm,
far as
I
like
agree.
they get together just out of like
Like love at first sight, kind of.
it's almost like fake dating. Like they get together just out of convenience and then they find out that they like each other like afterwards.
yeah.
But I don't know. And then there's Rich versus Poor.
You know what? That's kind of like
I don't know if that's
not every princess movie, but like Cinderella. She's a broke girly. He's not.
as much as I would love for that to happen to me. I just don't like the idea of that.
Of being saved.
Well, not
Is
even
that
like
the
the
thing?
being saved. It's like I don't like them to make it a point that like this person's rich and this person's poor. Like why is that even a point? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I feel like, you know what? It is really interesting though when it's like the girl's like poor or whatever, and then the guy is like secretly rich, but he doesn't tell her, and then she finds out he's like
I just don't even think that's that good of a plot point for
really.
me.
Oh, I just think it's interesting. But Fast Burn, I feel like I don't know. Oh, it's over.
What's over?
They're in love. Oh,
Oh, I was like-
not the video.
I was like, what?
No.
I was like, no, it's not. It's still going.
It's literally going, Charlotte. Get it together. Also, my hair's in a ponytail, so I keep like trying to like move my head so I don't look like
Bald.
like a bald little egg.
No, my curls are like sticking out weird. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Stop.
Stop
We're not
judging
talking
us.
about hair right
We're
now.
not. Stop it.
We'll talk about hair next episode.
God.
No, we won't.
Actually,
No.
Wait. No, we can't.
No, that's not a good episode.
We'll
idea.
write it down. We'll write it down.
We'll think about it. Okay, so what are you picking?
I could really get in. Anyway. Oh. You know, I'm a pick Rich to Poor. I think it's, done right, it's interesting, but not when it's like a gold digger situation or like a savior complex situation. You know? Where it's like, I must save her.
I don't like that.
I don't like that, and then I don't like when you're only into someone for,
Their money.
yeah. Not fun. But when it's done right, it's done right.
I'm going Fast Burn.
Get out.
I can't do Rich versus Poor. It's just not a good plot for me. She's like sneaks out of the camera.
We can't be friends.
I can't go any further. There's a desk in front of me. Okay, next.
Forced proximity.
We're in love, actually.
Oh, that was our trope.
That was actually
yeah.
our trope. Okay, actually, our trope was enemies to lovers, first of all.
Yeah.
Which
For our
leads,
friendship, yeah.
which leads into the next one, which is enemies to lovers versus love triangle.
Okay, so which one do you want to define? Enemies to lovers or love triangle? No?
I don't think I wanted. I
Okay.
I feel like they're pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, enemies to lovers, you go from hating each other, and then you don't hate each other, and then
obviously you don't hate
and
each
then
other.
love triangle, two people, like one person.
Like think like Twilight.
Literally Twilight. So, media wise, the love triangle is really interesting, but I love an enemies to lovers.
I love
How
enemies
could
to
you
lovers.
not? I feel like that's a very popular one.
We should have enemies to lovers against something else. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe not, because enemies to lovers would have won anyway. I do love a good love triangle if it's done right, but I feel like a lot of the times it'll be set up to where the girls like it's a girl and then two guys, and like there's a very obvious answer.
Yeah, I hate that.
But it's like going on forever. Like for example, like Edward and Jacob. Jacob was not gonna win.
No, well, maybe it's just in hindsight, like the first time I watched it, I was like
Oh, I
a
knew.
baby, so.
Oh well, I knew the whole time the first time I was gonna watch it.
Oh, really?
I was like 8 probably when I watched it.
Yeah.
But I knew. I was like, it's Edward.
But
Duh.
watching it now, it's so obvious.
Or if you think Vampire Diaries.
Oh, yeah. It was like obviously.
Damon.
Oh, yep.
Wait, have you finished that?
No, I have. I worry how much we should say about things.
People know by now.
Okay, that's been out for like
you
10
have
years.
to know by
you
now.
You have to know.
No,
So-
but it's funny though because every like love triangle, I would pick the opposite of what the girl ended up with. Like I totally would have gone with Jacob, and I totally would have gone with Stefan.
You know what? Vampire Diaries is an example of literally both of these.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It kind of is.
Yep. So
I love enemies to lovers though. I love
Enemies to Lovers is really good because it's, I don't know, that's just passion.
It's just good because it's like, you know what I love? I love whenever they're like in a battle or something and they're like enemies but then like the girl gets hurt and he's like, who did this to you?
Or, oh my gosh,
I will fall for that every time.
what's the, Shang-Chi?
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen that, that's the whole, this isn't a spoiler, but the super powerful, he has everything. He's like, one war's taken over the world, basically. He's like, he has his rings, he's super powerful, and he meets this like woman in the forest because he's coming to like take the sacred land or whatever. And she battles him and she uses like the forces of nature or something, and she like basically matches him or like defeats him kinda, and they end up he just falls for her. It's just it's romantic, but
Wait, I forgot about that movie.
such a good plot line.
I need to rewatch that movie because I don't remember.
Really good.
So are you going enemies to lovers too? We're both going enemies to lovers.
A girl must pick it.
Enemies to lovers. That's my favorite.
Party. Okay, so that is that concludes the initial bracket. So now we have to separate.
Well, this is gonna be a long episode.
How long has it
We're
been?
already at 27.
You know what? We got it. Speed
We're
round.
fine. Okay, speed round.
Okay.
Oh, these are actually gonna be easy.
You want to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
Mine's Amnesia versus Brother's Best Friend.
Okay. I have a feeling I'm.
Brother's Best Friend.
mm-hmm.
BBF. Okay, your turn.
Or should we finish yours and then come back to mine?
Yeah. Okay. Slow burn versus fake dating. Shit.
Slow burn.
I'm gonna
Fake
go
dating.
slow burn.
Yeah. I feel like
Fake-
I should stop answering because
Well, you can
We're
only
gonna
do
get to
fake
mine.
dating right so much.
yeah.
Okay. Academic rivals and forced proximity.
I have a feeling.
I think I'm gonna go forced proximity.
Yeah.
I think that's just the best one. You can do a lot with that. Okay, then fast burn versus enemies to lovers. Oh, that's easy.
I mean,
Enemies to lovers.
it's a trump card. I think
Wait, do I keep going or do we want?
you keep going.
Okay. Brother's best friend. I keep reading BBF and I'm like, wait, what does that mean? I'm like, BBL? No, just kidding.
BBL versus slow burn.
BBL.
BBL every time.
Best friends or brother's best friend. Now I'm like fucking up. Brother's best friend versus slow burn. Oh, slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
And then forced proximity versus enemies to lovers. Oh, enemies to lovers.
Okay, so now Maggie has.
Why did I
slow
write
burn?
slow burned?
She was slow burnt. You ever just slow burn too long or you're just slow burnt? I hate when that happens.
You're just slow burnt. Okay, slow burn versus enemies to lovers. But I love a good slow burn enemies to lovers, though. So,
You have to pick
shoot.
one. You have to pick one.
Okay, I'm thinking. Give me a second.
You could think of pros and cons.
There's not really like enough
Okay,
pros and
there's
cons.
2 books. One you know for a fact is a slow burn. One you know for a fact is Enemies to Lovers.
I'm going Enemies to Lovers then. Yeah.
I think slow burn has the potential to get annoying. So
I will say, yeah, that's true. I've read way too many slow burns that were annoying.
I have a feeling mine's gonna be pretty similar. So
I think we probably shouldn't have put Enemies to Lovers on here because it's too god tier.
it's a trump card. Well, then you have your second place at least.
My
Okay.
second place is slow burn.
So I have pregnancy. I have pregnancy
She has the pregnancy.
versus brother's best friend. Brother's
Well, that's
Best
very
Friends.
easy, I feel like.
I should have abbreviated. I did not. Okay. Slow burn versus fake dating. Slow burn. Avi. What is this? Oh, academic rival.
That's good.
Or grumpy versus sunshine. Okay, I kind of. Why did I pick academic rival? Oh, because I didn't like. Okay,
You're like, HF?
we're picking GBS. Grumpy versus sunshine.
GBS is hilarious.
Give us. Oh, so we're starting to diverge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rich versus poor, enemies to lovers.
I think we're gonna end up with the same end result.
It's just a trump card. Hold on. We'll see. Okay. Brother's best friend versus slow burn. I'm gonna pick slow burn.
We're gonna
Oh my gosh,
same
no. Grumpy versus sunshine, enemies to lovers.
Wait, that's actually kind of a good versus.
Enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Enemies to lovers. Okay, so slow burn was my second, as well as Maggie's second. It seems like it was a trump card from the start.
Yeah, I think the game was rigged.
Yeah, it was.
if
also,
I'm being honest
yeah,
with you.
it was also the last one on the list. So
Because I was going to say, like, at the beginning, I was like, I think I know what my favorite's going to be, which is Enemies to Lovers.
yeah,
I love a good
it's
Enemies
too
to Lovers.
good. You just
Like, that's why I have, like, 100 books saved to my, like, TBR, like, my to be read. Literally, almost every single one of them is Enemies to Lovers.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to tell me that it's Enemies to Lovers, I'll read it.
You know what? And also, enemies to lovers paired with anything. Well, maybe not anything. It's
Enemies
still good.
to Lovers, forks. I did it again.
Forks and spoons. Oh, you know
We need to talk about that next,
Forks-
because
you know
apparently
what?
I want
Fork
to.
v spoon, so romantic.
What are you saying? Fork or spoon? Are you a fork or are you a spoon?
I'm a spoon.
I agree.
Alright, what are you?
I think I'm a fork.
Really? I was gonna think you were a spoon too. You know what? You're a spork.
Oh, I am a spork.
So I'm a spoon. She's a spork. I'm glad we figured that out. So we can't be in love because you're not a fork. My bad. But
I'm only half fork.
enemies to lovers plus slow burn.
Fake dating? Enemies to lovers, fake dating.
That's a pretty common fake dating thing.
That's a good one.
Where they're like, oh, I guess we have to date. Oh God. And then
I just love any of these in like a fantasy context. If you think about it in real life, it makes me kind of
don't think of any of these in real life. It is no longer fun. But hypothetically,
And
in a movie or a book, it's beautiful.
read
And so
The
good.
Cruel Prince. It's a good book. Enemies to lovers. Slow burn.
Yeah. Read. Hold on. Let me think of a good recommendation. Yeah.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Oh, Pride and Prejudice. Enemies to lovers.
Ah, that could also be forks.
Forks
saying
Forks
it.
proximity. That's our second pick.
I'm so scared that we sound like idiots whenever we talk. Mostly me, because I just said forks like 5 times in this video.
Here, let's start a fork counter. Actually, leave a little note below. How many times did Maggie say fork this episode?
Fork proximity.
Fork proximity. I don't even want to try and make a joke with that. I'm done with it.
No, never mind. No, thank you. But that is all.
That is all. Find your enemy.
And marry them.
Marry them.
Duh.
Moral of the story. Let us
know
know
if
how
that
it
works.
goes.
Bye from Boggle.
Bye from Boggled. Have a wonderful day.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Wait, I can't
Pause
find
it,
them.
pause it,
I'm
pause it.
trying!